Man, I haven't even taken a shower, to be honest. I'm gonna go on a run first, sweat properly, and then I'm gonna go and take a shower and shit like that. So I wanted to check out a couple of videos today again, obviously, but right now I'm seeing on my fucking front page on this new channel, bro. Am I fighting Conor McGregor from Logan Paul? Logan Paul versus Conor McGregor, bro. This is weird. You know, weird things are happening. First it was Jake, now it's Logan. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Anyways, there are a couple of videos I wanted to check out with you boys. Was my dad's birthday, so I spent some time with him. And with my family in general. It was fun. It was fun. Anyways, boys, owner yells at valet driver who took his Lamborghini for a joyride. Now, I'm not like surprised. Like, I would be mad too. Imagine you have a Lambo. What is this? Like an Aventador or Aventador S maybe, and if the valet is supposed to only park your car right at a hotel or restaurant or whatever, and he takes it for a joyride, right? Uses your gas, maybe you risk crashing it, right? Like it's unprofessional behavior. I'd be mad at him too. I'm not gonna lie. Let's check this out. It's 2 minutes, man. This is gonna be a fun video. Give me a second. So, yeah, how are you all the boys doing? By the way, we can blood. Dude, that's unprofessional as hell. Bro, I'd honestly slap. What the fuck? Dude, it's not your car. Man. Bro, all a second, why is he in his face like that? Like this guy, this valet, bro. I'd get out of here or maybe like apologize or something. He hasn't said a single word, bro. What the fuck? Bro, the nerve on it, man. Dude. Unprofessional behavior, man. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh, $1 million car, so it's probably an SVJ. Holy shit, bro. Yo, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'd be pissed off as hell, too. I'm curious what the comments will say about this one, man. The owner still gave a guy a tip. I wouldn't even have bothered giving anything. Yeah, true. Me neither, bro. Owner was too nice. I'd be furious. Yeah, yeah. My 500. He said, oh, he said $500,000 car or $1 million. I'm not sure. So it's still like a lot, bro. What the fuck? It's still an Aventador. Right. Pay them to park your car, not to gun it gun it around town. Yeah, man. What the fuck? The owner of the establishment should have. Yeah, should have fired him. Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely true, and I agree with these guys, man. What the hell, bro? That's like absolutely amateur behavior, bro. Anyways, there's another no, hold a second, I got the wrong vid. The fuck? Need to find the right video. So
this literally just happened an hour ago.
So Trump ended the war in Israel. Let's see. From Asmongold, we haven't been watching him as of late, but I'm curious what he has to say about it.
Happened an hour ago. Bro said the ceasefire is epic. Yes, he did. Okay, let's watch it.
This is a massive deal, weeks in the making, Alex.
It certainly is, if not longer, Pam.
Probably years.
We have been waiting for more than 13 months since the last ceasefire deal, and since the last time there was an exchange of hostages and prisoners for this moment. It appears that this deal is imminent, if not done already. We're reporting that Hamas has agreed to the deal. There was certainly an expectation from the Israeli side that they would agree to a deal. All of this, of course, brokered after intensive negotiations with the mediators, the United States, Qatar, and Egypt. So this is obviously extremely welcome news after...
This is great. I mean, this is actually such a good thing. I think people have wanted, I mean, like, really, this is amazing. I mean, whether it was Biden or Trump or whoever, this is a great thing.
Some 14 months of fighting. And what we expect to happen, if indeed this deal goes into effect, is that over the course of some 6 weeks, we would see more than 30 Israeli hostages released by Hamas and other groups who are holding them in Gaza.
Trump 100%. How is it Trump logically? I don't know. So I don't really know if this is true or not because I don't have enough information about it. But the people that are probably going to say that it's because of Trump would probably use the example. I think that there were hostages with Jimmy Carter.
Now, 1 second, I'm going to speak over him. It is because of Trump. Never forget that, boys.
Trump would probably use the example. I think that there were hostages with Jimmy Carter. And then when Reagan won the election, the hostages were immediately returned. So people are probably going to liken this situation to the time with Reagan and Jimmy Carter. And I think that they're going to think that basically Trump is going to come in there and they're worried about just getting completely carpet bombed and just getting annihilated, because I think that there's a good chance Trump would probably do that. So that's
true.
Like, I mean, is that the reason why this happened? It's impossible to know that. But I do think that the people that are, like leading Hamas, I do think that they're worried about that. Absolutely. I mean, like, I would be fucking, like, if you were Hamas, wouldn't you be fucking terrified of that? Like, yeah, I would be, absolutely.
I think we had the exact number of Palestinian prisoners who would be released by Israel, and then there are a bunch of other different elements that would go into effect. Palestinians would be allowed to go home in the Gaza Strip. More humanitarian aid would get to go in. But I think that the point here, Pam, is that after weeks of feverish work on the U.S. side with both Biden administration officials and officials from the incoming Trump team working in coordination with each other, they and the other mediators have managed to get the Israelis and Hamas, it appears, across the finish line, where we are going to get a truce, a pause in this fighting. One thing I really want to emphasize is this does not mean the end of this war. This means a break in this war. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think that everybody knows that.
I think that's probably obvious. I don't think that the Israelis would put this to rest at any chance. This would be kind of just like a break. That makes sense, man.
This break will last at least 6 weeks, if not longer. Hopefully all of these...
Jesus Christ, how fucking bleak. Hopefully...
Holy shit, only 6 weeks. I think like a year, but holy shit.
This break in the war lasts for at least 6 weeks. That's like... It's like 2 months. Oh my God.
People will come home who are supposed to come home, but there are big questions about what would happen after this first phase of a ceasefire, which, as it stands now, and this plan has been in place for quite some time since President Biden laid it out in May, this is expected to...
Somebody says, especially after Pete Hegseth said in his confirmation that he wants to kill every member of Hamas.
I mean, dude, the mess that Biden did, bro, that's like so hard to repair, you know? Holy shit, dude.
I mean, like, it's impossible to know whether that was a factor, and I think that it's unfair to say that it definitely was, but I would tell you this, that if I was in charge of Hamas, and I saw these two crazy fucks that are about to be in charge, and they have nuclear weapons and, like, fucking, faster than the speed of sound jets and infinite bombs that are saying that we're going to kill every single one of you, I would be more willing to negotiate.
Yeah.
I absolutely would.
last around 6 weeks. So we're still waiting for final word, I believe, from all of the parties, but this certainly seems imminent, if not a done deal already.
I want to go back to MJ Lee at the White House. I believe we're reconnected. MJ, what can you tell us about this plan?
Well, Pam, according to a senior administration official telling CNN, it is done, it is confirmed, meaning that Hamas has given that final green light, agreeing to the ceasefire and hostages release deal that had been on the table for a while. And based on all of our reporting, we knew that this really was the final step that all of the parties were waiting for, that it really came down to this group agreeing to the parameters that everybody else had agreed to. Part of the reason we have been so cautious in our reporting all of this time is precisely that, that in the end, it came down to...
Look at this comment, bro. The Trump effect. That's true, man. The Trump effect.
Hamas giving this final green light. And when we have spoken to at least U.S. officials involved in these discussions and with knowledge of the situation, they always pointed to the fact that it was impossible to make any kind of predictions with certainty because at the end of the day, they were dealing with Hamas. But again, here we have it, confirmation from a senior administration official that Hamas has finally given the green light and there is a deal for a ceasefire in Gaza and for the hostages to be released.
What a relief.
This is a deal, as you were talking about just now with Alex, that has been elusive for the...
I mean, this is good news, but after good times there come bad times, right? So something even worse will happen. This is what you should be scared of.
Biden administration and for the U.S. for so many months. You know, we had that initial ceasefire
That's crazy.
Back more than a year ago, around Thanksgiving, 2 Thanksgivings ago, when a number of hostages came out. That ceasefire ended up being temporary, only lasting a number of days.
15 months.
And really since then, U.S. officials have been working to get a second
5 days before the 20th. Well, somebody said in chat, the innocent fears the cruel and the cruel fears the madman. Yeah, I mean, like, in my opinion, I'll say it. I think Trump's a fucking psychopath. I do. I think that he would bomb them, and he would not give a fuck about how many innocent people got killed or anything.
That's bullshit.
He would legitimately fucking kill all of them. I think...
Nah. I'm gonna have to disagree with Asmongold on this one, man. That's bullshit.
And I think that they're worried, and I think they know that. And also, it's probably not a guarantee, but it's like, would you want to take the risk of that? Ooh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all.
Now, Trump is for Christ, bro. Trump would not take innocent people's lives like that, bro. He's not. Anyways, we know who would. We know somebody who tried to run the U.S. who would do that.
That's an intellectually dishonest statement. Really? I mean, okay. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, if I were them, that's how I would look at it.
Well, obviously, from their eyes, it does seem like that. But realistically, when you look at it from an unbiased perspective, non-American, non-Palestinian, non-Israeli, from a European, which has nothing to do with these 3 countries, I just look at it as Trump. There's no way he would do that. Like, I don't know if Asmongold has been watching Trump for the past few years on his podcast and everything, but the way this man thinks about the world and humans, he would never do something like that.
I mean, really, like that's how I would look at it. I mean, I'm not sure, like maybe it wouldn't happen that way. Maybe that's not how they see it, but that's just how I'd see it.
The ceasefire in place, but it had been so challenging. There were so many moments throughout the last year plus where we reported that things looked like they were maybe getting close, that we had reason for optimism based on our sources and our reporting. But even in these final days, you know, everybody we had talked to were so careful to almost not get their hopes up too much. I think we should...
Yeah, somebody said too, hasn't he already promised to bomb them if they're not free by the time that he takes office? He has.
Yeah, but that has a reason. What he spoke about earlier was without reason. It has a reason if they're not released. Yeah. If they're going to keep innocent people as hostages, of course he's going to bomb. I would do the same. Not gonna lie, man. I'd do the same in that situation. But like just as a revenge bomb, you know, just like that for no reason, as Miguel said before, nah, that's bullshit.
Yep. That's exactly, yes, that is exactly what it was. And yeah, 5 days before he takes office. Hmm.
And a good deal amount of time talking about Donald Trump and the incoming president's desire to.
Hold on a second, just something caught my eye, and it kind of disturbing. Why does he have a woman's hand here? Or like, is maybe that's his hand, but bro, not the nails. That's not what makes it womanish, but his fingers and everything. Bro. Why is it so womanish? What the fuck is going on here? All these people are weird, man. Holy shit! What the fuck is going on with his hand, man? What the fuck? That just caught my eye out of nowhere. What the hell?
Get this done that had been really so decisive in the end.
Like, chat, you can see too, right? You can see that this is like what your girlfriend's hand looks like. Like, what the hell, man? And even those nails look like polished, bro. What the fuck is going on? I'm sure this is just like me seeing weird things, but what the hell, man?
Helping to get this across the finish line.
Certainly. And just for our viewers, just to remind you, in terms of the numbers, Hamas and its allies hold 94 people taken from Israel on October 7th, 2023. The majority are civilians. 34 are confirmed dead, but the number is almost certainly higher than that. 81 are men and 13 women.
Yeah, why are they talking about this? How many people have Israelis killed? And how many people are Israelis holding hostage? Will they mention that?
And there are two
Jesus
under the age
Christ.
of 5. And if
Jesus, it was not Hamas, but Israel who was forced to capitulate by Trump. I mean, good. Like, I mean, yeah, I think that, yeah, good.
of course, there's going to be phases, as Alex had laid out.
Yeah, good either way. It
Some
doesn't
will
matter.
be
Like, either
released in
way,
the first
it's good no
phase
matter how you get here.
during the expected ceasefire. I want to go straight to Jeremy Diamond, who is on the ground there in Israel, to get the Israel part of this, because there's a process in Israel, right? Jeremy, walk us through that.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Pam. And first of all, I think it's important to note that for the last 2 days, the Israeli government officials who I've been speaking with have been saying this is in Hamas's hands. We need Hamas to say yes in order to get to a deal. And that is indeed what has now happened. And so for all intents and purposes, we do indeed now have an agreement between these parties to go into a ceasefire that is expected to last 6 weeks, during which you will see 33 Israeli hostages released, hundreds of Palestinian prisoners released from Israeli jails in exchange, the much-needed entry of...
That's good. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know this, but apparently Israel had a lot of Palestinian hostages as well. I didn't even know that.
Apparently, I didn't even know, bro. Asmongal, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? This guy's retarded or something? How could you not know that? Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that Israel is what started this war. Everybody know what Israel did to Palestine for all those years, and Hamas just had enough. Bro, Israel is holding 10 times, not even 10 times, 150 times more hostages than Palestine. Bro. What are we talking about? And how many people they've killed? That story about the guy who the oven kid. I don't want to mention this story because it's gonna take long. But how they treated their prisoners, raping prisoners, everything. What they also, I'm gonna tell this oven story, kid. Why not? So there was a guy that the Palestinians, the Israelis kidnapped the Palestinian man with his daughter, who was a baby still. They forced him to put his baby into the oven, and he didn't want to do it. So they beat him up, put the kid in the oven in front of him, made him watch his kid being burned alive, and then put the guy in the oven too, after his baby died. And this is the stuff they do. This is what we know about. This is not just, this is not all that happened behind the scenes. So to say that Israel is like innocent, that's complete bullshit. Man. I don't know, like if Asmongal seems like pro-Israel at this point, but holy shit, man.
Intense and yeah.
humanitarian aid, but the process that now needs to happen here
1,300
in
of them?
Israel in
Jesus.
order for this deal to actually become a reality. This agreement will now go from the Israeli prime minister. He will take this agreement before his security cabinet, which is a smaller group of his governing coalition, some of his top ministers primarily involved in security affairs. They will then give an up or down vote on this. If it is approved, it will then go to the full cabinet for approval, and only then will the Israeli government be able to officially sign off on this deal and begin marching towards implementation. There is one additional hurdle before implementation, and that is giving the individuals who were impacted by those Palestinian prisoners who will be released the opportunity to petition the Supreme Court against their release. That is largely a formality. The Israeli government has enormous leverage, and the prime minister in particular has enormous freedom to release those prisoners as it relates to security matters. So that will likely be a 24-hour period that will go by. And that likely takes us most likely to Sunday, which is what I've been told is the most likely date when this deal will actually be implemented on the ground. That will mean that we will see the first Israeli hostages in more than a year be released as part of a diplomatic agreement here for...
Yeah, that's a mistake, man. Don't release the terrorists. Are you fucking dumb? Don't release the Israeli terrorists. They'll turn against you immediately, obviously. What the fuck? Let Israel release all the Palestinian real victims and hostages first.
For these hostages
The
to
day
come released as part of a diplomatic agreement here for these hostages to
Yeah,
come.
of course, Osmongol was like great. He's fucking pro-Israel, bro, and he wants all Palestinians to die, bro. Obviously, he would say great.
Out of Gaza, you will see the release of Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails and
Palestinian from Israeli jail. That would be amazing. I'm not gonna lie, that would be amazing to see.
in addition to course, you will see Israeli jets, Israeli troops on the ground lower their weapons, and for the first time in over a year, you will finally see the guns be silenced here, and the people of Gaza will finally get a much-needed reprieve from the military assault that they have been undergoing over the last year.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy. I want to go to CNN foreign policy reporter Barak Ravid. What can you tell us about this deal and when the Hamas prisoners will be?
Yeah, okay, guys, I don't think I need to watch any more of this. Like, as Mongol, bro, he obviously anti-Palestine, he's pro-Israel, which is... I don't know what to think about that, man. I respected him until I watched this video, but... Holy shit, man. Anyways, with this in mind, I just wanted to take a look at these two. I did this one. I'm gonna be fully honest with you guys. I don't think that there's anything else I want to watch. I think that we'll leave it for tomorrow. I have a couple of things to watch later, but we're gonna watch those. Yeah, man. If Palestinian hostages, victims will be released from the Israelis, that would be good. But will it happen? Will the Israelis finally let up? Who knows, man? Because it's up to them, right? They have the power to stop this. And Trump too. But we'll see, man. Obviously, Asmongol is anti-Trump. That's clear now. But holy shit. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. All we can do is talk about it, to be honest. The CNN is corrupt. Yeah, the CNN can be bought and sold. Yeah, CNN obviously, but so is the BBC. So is Fox News. So it's like you can't trust these organizations anyway. They will put whatever, will spin the narrative however they want to. So obviously can't trust them. That's clear. Like, you're not saying anything new, brother. But yeah, I get your point. I get your point on it. What do you boys think about it? I think both sides are at fault. I'm not gonna say Palestine didn't do anything wrong ever, but compared to fucking Israel, they are saints, bro. they have not done anything wrong compared to what Israel did. Dude, that's like incomparable. You can't compare these two. Anyways, with this, my boys, I think this is it for today. I'll see you tomorrow morning. And yeah, with this, man, don't forget to ape into smack. And yeah, boys, with this, man, I'll see y'all on the next one.